Good morning, everyone. I'll be presenting on the interannual variability of the acoustic occurrence of killer whales around the Prince Edward Islands. These islands are located in the sub-Antarctic region within the Southern Ocean. Oh my goodness. Does it take some time? Yeah, the green button. There we go. Killer whales are apex predators within the marine environment and therefore enforce top-down control on a diverse selection of prey. They therefore have the potential to affect marine ecosystem structure and function at multiple trophic levels. They are highly social marine mammals which utilize their social calls for communication and echolocation clicks for locating prey and navigation. The objectives of the study is to determine and compare the interannual variation of the calls with that of the oceanographic conditions around the islands, specifically looking at variables such as sea surface temperature, sea surface height, chlorophyll A concentration, and wind speeds between the period of April 2021 and May of 2023. And other objectives is to determine the diel call pattern as well as looking at the prey abundance of specifically the southern elephant seals, which is the main prey item within the region, as well as looking at the killer whale visual sightings. The acoustic data was collected using a hydrophone placed on a mooring system between the islands and was scanned using an automated call detector, and the visual sightings of the prey as well as the killer whales were obtained from land observers from Marion Island, and environmental data was sourced from satellite reanalysis and near real-time data. And all the data was plotted in a package using R software. Looking at some preliminary results, initially we thought that the highest calls were between the February and March period, but we quickly realized that this was actually not biological as the hydrophone actually malfunctioned during this time, causing a lot of electrical noise that the hydrophone was picking up, that the detector was picking up as calls, but they did vocalize throughout the rest of the year, indicating their temperature adaptability, and they were also present during relatively low chlorophyll A conditions, and wind speed was also highly variable on a daily scale, which might affect the acoustic detection in winter. But the present study did find a high number of social calls in the November period, which is comparable to previous years, in that the peak in calls were also found in the mid-spring, early summer period of previous years, during the time when prey abundance was quite high. But further performance analysis still need to be done on different detection methods, and I still need to look at the prey abundance data within that year. And we also need to still corroborate the acoustic presence with that of the visual sightings around the island. And lastly, still looking at their diel acoustic behaviour, as well as using random forest modelling in order to determine the most important predictors for these call patterns observed. Thank you.